I want to explain to you the sequence timeline. And that's basically just how it looks inside your autoresponder, how you set it up to broadcast all these messages instantly. So I'm going to show you just how that's set up inside the autoresponder. So I'm in here, and here's how it looks. I just made this one up. This is just a sample sequence. Trust me, I do use real sequences, and I'll be showing you some of my sequences later. But this is just one that kind of illustrates what I'm talking about here. So here you can see I've got all these messages set up. I've got an instant delivery message, and that's day 0. It actually lists the subject line of these emails, but I've just named them so it's easier for you to understand what they are. So when somebody subscribes to the autoresponder, instantly, right away, like that, it's going to send them an email. And that could be whatever you want. The text could be anything. So then there's a message that's delivered on day 1. So 1 day later, after they sign up, they're going to get this message. And then the message that's delivered on day 2. So this is 2 days after they sign up, they're going to get this message. Then I've got a message for day 3. It's just another message that they're going to get after they sign up 3 days later. This message will automatically go out on day 4, which is 4 days later. Then it skips a few days, and there's a message that goes out on day 7. Now, these could be anything, and I'm going to talk about exactly what to put in the sequences. This is just mechanical right here. So just pay attention to the structure of it, and we'll get into what types of emails to write a little bit later. Then I've got a message going out on day 14, one for day 21, one on day 28, one on day 42, one on day 49, one on day 60, one on day 90, one on day 365, which is 1 year exactly after they signed up, and a message on day 3650. I've just put this to illustrate that you can even program something 10 years in the future. Forget about leap years. This is just roughly 10 years into the future, that they'll get that message 10 years later. And you can even calculate it so it's 10 years to the day. Now let's click on one of these. Let me show you how to add one first, actually. So here's an email that we'd like to send out. So I'm going to type in a subject line, and you'll see exactly how easy this is. So I'm going to type in a subject line, and I can say, welcome to your 10th lesson. Okay, so that's the subject line of the email they're going to get. Now the interval, I want this to go out on day 10. So whatever number I put in here, that's the day it's going to go out. So this is day 10, and the body is just... Okay, so I'm just writing something quick here, some day 10 sample text. So this is the body of the email. This is the interval. This is the day that it goes out. So day 10 for 10, if I were to change this to 100, that would be day 100. And the subject line of the email they're going to get is welcome to your 10th lesson. It could say anything, and there's different ways to structure your email subject line that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So you scroll down, and you go hit add message. And if I scroll down just a little bit, you can see that it was added to the sequence right here. Welcome to your 10th lesson, and that's on day 10. Now, if I want to edit any of these, I could go up to the day 3 message. I click on this little button here, select the message, and you'll see down here that it's pre-populated. So message delivered on day 3, interval 3, and some sample text. I can change any of these functions. So let me change the interval from day 3. Let's change it to day 30. And let's change it up here. Message delivered on day 30. And let's put in the word special just so it stands out, because you can see that I changed it. And I'll just leave the sample text the same, although you can type in anything that you want in here. We hit update message. Now we changed it from day 3. You'll see that there's no longer a day 3 message here, but now we've changed that message, so now it's going to be delivered on day 30. So these are just some of the things that you can do. This is how you structure your sequence. Now there's also something called campaigns. And basically this sequence right here lives inside a unique campaign. So if you want to have a different sequence that people sign up for, you just go up and you create a different campaign. So you can have different campaigns for different purposes. And that's how you have different sequences. A campaign is basically where you have a certain sequence set up. Now you can have different sequences embedded within the same campaign, and we're going to teach you how to do that. But you can also have separate campaigns with completely different sequences.